Alan worked in a hospital as an electrician. An ordinary job, but not an ordinary hospital. It was located in a former church. There were scary stories about the hospital in the city. It was said that unusual patients lay there. But it needed work and Sergey got a job. When Alan came to the wards to change a light bulb or check the sockets, he noticed strange things. Things moved around the ward all by themselves. Water sometimes boiled in a decanter, and, most curious of all, outlets started sparking at that moment. Alan was picking at the wiring, pretending not to notice anything. And the sick people laughed. Though Alan did not understand what they were sick with. They all looked healthy. They all looked different by age. He did not like going to the wards. More like to be on duty in the basement, at the switch, which fed the hospital. And a strange sign always hung on it: turn it off without warning. If Alan was on duty there, his duties included sitting near the table and keeping the radio always on. The master has warned that it is the most important place in the hospital, and if the command will come, it is necessary to switch off the power, having pulled the switch. Alan had worked for a month and had never received such a command. Though he was nervous for some reason when he was on duty here. He guessed that such duty was connected with the patients in the wards. And so one night, sitting on a chair near a switch, he dozed off. A heavy, incomprehensible dream. It seemed to him that on purpose, he was not allowed to wake up. He felt as if he were in a dark room, trying to find his way out by touch. And then he woke up, abruptly, as if on cue. He rubbed his eyes in his sleep and couldn't understand a thing. The corridor was flooded with red light from a lamp that twisted under the ceiling. The siren was screaming. And the main thing is that Alan looks and his walkie-talkie, 20 meters down the corridor, is choking on a scream. And he was holding it in his hands, a young lad in hospital clothes. Alan remembered him because he was the Joker. He once poured water down his neck. Of course the decanter itself dangled in the air, and the boy assured him that he had nothing to do with it. But his nasty smile said otherwise. Alan realized that the master was shouting on the radio to knock out the switch as soon as possible. He jerked towards it, and then all hell broke loose. Black cables started blowing, and suddenly the boy was in front of him. It was as if he had stepped out of the black hole that had momentarily appeared in front of him. "Don't you dare touch that switch," the boy shouted. But it is too late. Alan managed to pull the handle, knocking out the electricity. But the light did not stop, so it was wrong of Alan to think that the circuit breaker turned off the electricity. But there was clearly something wrong with the boy. Alan saw how his body began to change. He was turning into something furry. And his face was changing rapidly, becoming animal-like. Soon there stood before Alan a monster on 2 legs. It howled terribly, clutching its paws at its head. As if something irritated it, maybe some ultrasound, inaudible to the human ear. Alan ran away from the hospital. He jumped outside, ran past the soldiers, who had come in trucks, and out into the street behind the fence. Alan never went back to the hospital. Not even for his paycheck. But the hospital continued to work. Because soon there was an ad that they were looking for a new electrician. Thank you for watching and supporting me. Subscribe to the channel, there will be many more interesting things.